What up, YouTube family? So in this video, I'm going to keep it simple and straight to the point. I'm going to show you how to turn $500 into $25,000 in the next 30 days or hopefully by Thanksgiving, all right? So if you have $500 to invest, here's exactly the step that I'm going to do to turn that into 25K. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, all right? And this video is going to be short, sweet, and straight to the point. So step number one is I would go to the software, all right, called kingdata.ai, aka also known as dealsformenow.com. It's going to cost you roughly about $149 bucks, okay? It's going to cost you $149. Now, you want to pull a list. The next thing is, so what you're going to go on there. Step number two is here's the list that you're going to pull, all right? You're going to pull a list of absentee owner, plus you got to make sure that they own the property free and clear, okay? This is the list that we're targeting, okay? Because what you want to do is, because you only have $500, I want to target the low-hanging fruits. People who are just motivated, they're basically absentee owner, they probably don't live in the property, so the property is either vacant or they live out of states, all right? But they don't live in the property, which means they're not attached to the property. There's no sentimental attachment. And you want to make sure that they own the property free and clear. We want them to owe nothing so we can get that property under contract as deep, as low as possible. Okay, and you want to pull, you want to get the list. You want the list to be at least, hold on a second. I'm trying to keep this video under like 15 minutes. I'm going to give you everything that you need in less than, let's just say 30 minutes, okay? And you want to pull a list. You want that list to be at least 2,000 or more. So which means you might have, so I would start out with your city. And if your city won't give you enough big of a list, then I would go to your whole entire county. And then I keep on expanding until you can get a list of at least 2,000 people, okay? You got that? And then step number three. So if you follow the exact step that I show you and you have $500 to invest, there's no reason why you can't close a deal by Thanksgiving and turn that $500 investment into $25,000. You got it? So the next step is you're going to take that list and we're going to skip trace. Okay? You're going to skip trace using the same software. It's going to cost you about 15 cents per address. So out of the 2,000 address, okay, it's going to cost you right around $350. So instead of just telling you step three, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to bring my VA on. I'm going to bring my assistant on, and I'm going to show you, all right, the exact three-step that you're going to do right now. Comment in and let me know what city, what state you're from, and we're going to pull that list for you right now. So let me tell my VA to go ahead and jump on here, and she's going to show you exactly how it's done. Hold on a second here. Okay, so comment in and let me know what city, what states you want me to pull the list, all right? I'm going to show you that we're going to get a list of 2,000 people. Doesn't matter what city, what states. Comment what city, what states you're in. I'm going to pull that list for you right now, right in front of your eyes. We're going to also skip trace right in front of your eyes. It's like you're actually witnessing this happen right now. So San Antonio, Texas. Okay. Let me bring Angeline on. Angeline.
Hi, Khang. Happy Monday.
Angeline, happy Monday. Okay, Angeline, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the software and then share the screen. So I'm going to add it, and then I want you to pull a list of absentee owner, plus they got to own the property free and clear. And I guess we have picked the one San Antonio, Texas.
Okay, just give me 1 sec here.
All right, guys, settle down. Give Angeline a second. Hold on a second. Let me bring it up really quick here. All right, everybody can see that? All right, Angeline, I want you to walk them through slowly. So we're going to pull a list of absentee owner, plus they got to own the property free and clear.
Okay.
Wait, Angeline, show them what you just did.
Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, so they need to do is just go to the tab, which is the lead
So this is,
pipes.
so basically once you guys sign up for the software, this is your dashboard, and then go to lead pipe, right?
Yep. And
Okay.
then property leads.
Okay.
Then when you're there, you can just type in here the city,
We should,
county,
yeah, Angeline is San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio. Okay, just Tonya, sorry.
No worry, Angeline.
All right. Okay. Right
And we
here.
want it to be absentee owner.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys got to go over there and you guys got to check the box absentee owner and then check free and clear.
Free and clear.
Yep. Right there.
Okay, it's
Okay.
loading.
It's loading right now. Let's see how big this list is. Go ahead and comment in what city, what state you guys are from, and then we'll pull a list. How big of
Okay,
a list, Angeline?
we got 74.
Only 74 people?
No, 74,000, sorry.
Okay, so we got a list of 74,000 people. That's too big of a list. So Angeline, we need to narrow it down based on let's narrow it down based on the wholesale score, and we want to get it down. We want to get it down to like right around about 2,000 people.
Okay, let's do that. So all they need to do is just go to this tab, the filters, so you
Nice.
can narrow down the list.
Yep.
So remove the condo because we don't
Yep.
buy townhome, apartment, the others, and then
So hold on a second. So basically, what Angeline did is she removed the condo, the apartment. All we're focusing on, guys, is single family and multifamily. That's it. Okay.
right. And then you start at least 500 for the wholesale score.
Okay.
Okay. And then the ownership should be individual.
Okay.
Okay. And at least they own the property for 7 years. Sorry, seven
Okay.
years.
Let's see how big our list is now.
Okay. We got 4,000.
4,000.
Right.
Okay, Angeline, let's go ahead and increase the wholesale score so that way we can get it down to 2,000. So for those of you, as you guys can see, we start out at 74,000. There's 74,000 people that's in Antonio, Texas, that lives out of states, okay, or the property is vacant or it's rented, and they own that property free and clear. Dude, that's a massive, massive market right there. So now we're just going to narrow it down to 2,000 people.
Okay. Actually, Kong, because it was loading,
What?
the result right now is now 1,000.
Okay, 1,000. Let's go ahead and increase that. We got to get to close to 2,000 people.
Okay. Let's just say 400.
Yep.
Change it to
So,
4.
so what Angeline is doing there is this software. It also has this, the AI capability, which means, so when Angeline punch in the score, it really go from 0 to 1,000. 1,000 means that these are like super desperate, motivated, like extreme. But when the higher the ranking, the higher the score is, right? The higher the AI score, which means the less, obviously, the narrow in the list. And we don't want to be super, super narrow. So typically we want to target at least 500, which means like there's motivation, right? We want to go at least 500 or more in that wholesale score, but in this case, we want to get to 2,000. So we we went ahead and did 400 instead.
Right. So after changing the score, we
Yep.
get 3,000. So
Let's go ahead and go to 450.
450.
Okay.
Okay. Let's search it and see if how
Garen
many.
said, which system is this? Garen, this is dude, sorry I mispronounced your name, but this is the only software that we're currently using right now. Just go to kingdata.ai. They're in the process of changing the name. also known as dealsformenow.com as well. But this is truly your one-stop shop, and I'm going to show you how powerful this software is. Okay.
So after putting the 450, we just only got 1400.
Okay, so we got 1400. As you guys probably, if you play around with it, you can probably get it to that 3000 or 2000. So which means we have to lower the wholesale score, right, Angeline?
Right.
Okay,
So this
let's go ahead and
one,
lower it.
420. Let's just say 420. We'll see. Okay, still searching. Oh yeah, it's
Okay, good.
2700.
So we got 2,741 people.
Right.
Okay. So out of the 2,741 people, the next thing you guys, what we're gonna do is, once again, I really want you guys to get down to that 2,000. If it's a little bit more like this, it's fine. As you guys can see, all you need to do is you just need to obviously change the filter, add in the wholesale, the AI score, which means, once again, the higher the score, it goes up to 1,000. The higher the score, which means the more desperate, the more motivation there is in that lead. But the higher you go, the smaller the list gets. And the lower you go, the bigger the list get. But then the lower the score is, which means there's not a whole lot of motivations in that homeowner. So we got a list of right around 2,741 people in Antonio, Texas. So if you're going to skip trace, same software. Now that we got the list, the next thing we're going to do, Angeline, is we're going to skip trace this list. So can you show them?
Oh, sure. So all they need to do is just go to lead trace here at the bottom.
Yep.
And then click that one and just
Hold on
continue.
a second. So for those of you, so for us, it's only 10 cents. But for those of you who's using it, it's going to cost you 15 cents. Okay. You're paying 5 cents more than me. Go ahead, Angeline.
Okay. And then just accept the
You just need
terms.
to accept the term and service. Yep.
Right.
So
And
it's going to
then
cost you how much, Angeline?
274.
Oh, okay. So 2,000. Yeah. So it's going to cost. So that's how much it's going to cost me, $274. But once again, for you guys, at 15 cents, it's going to cost you right around $350 to pull that list. Okay. All right, Angeline, I'm going to let you go, and then I'll bring you back on a little bit later. Okay.
Okay. All right,
All
Khang.
right.
Thank you.
Yep. Bye, Angeline. Okay, so Angeline, okay, so now that you got the list, I'm going to share with you step number 4. Listen, guys, if you do listen, nothing works if you don't, right? The knowledge is free, but the hustle is sold separately. So now that you skip trace, you got the list already. We already show you where to get the list, all right? Doesn't matter what city, what state you're in. And I know Whitelock asked, so why 2,000? Basically, the reason why I picked the number 2,000 is because I'm showing you how to turn $500. If you have a $500 investment, I'm going to show you how to turn it into 25 G's, hopefully in the next 60 or 30 days or by Thanksgiving, okay? Now that you got to skip trace, the next thing you're going to do is we're also going to call these homeowner up. You're going to call them up and you're going to make them your low ball cash offer. And listen, guys, you only need a laptop, internet, and a phone, and you can do this all from home. From another states, from another country. Like if you're traveling, that's all you need. Laptop, internet, and a phone. Like you can literally build your wholesaling, you can build your virtual wholesaling business just like I have. Okay? So the next thing is I want you, step number 4 is I want you to cold call them. I want you to pick up the phone, man. Now that you get the phone number to this homeowner, step number 4 is cold call. Start pounding the phone. And the biggest thing for people to overcome the cold calling, the fear of cold calling, is that you're like, oh, well, Khang, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Like it making me very nervous. Just pick up the phone. I'm going to tell you exactly kind of roughly what to say. All right. And a lot of you, dude, you're afraid to make your low ball cash offer. And my mentor used to tell me, if you're not embarrassed about your offer is not low enough. Okay. So I want you to call and I want you to make offer. And a lot of you be like, well, Khang, how do you make offer on the property? Like, how do you make an offer to the seller? I'm going to keep it very, very simple. All right, just very simple. So now we got a list of 2,000 people, phone number. You're going to, step number 4 is we're going to call them and we're going to make them a low ball cash offer. All right, and hopefully lock that property up on the contract. Okay, so you're going to cold call that property, that homeowner, and here's what you do. You just need to figure out the ARV, and I'm going to also show you how to figure out the ARV of that property. For those of you who don't know what ARV is, it stands for after repair value. What does the property worth after it's fixed up? So you need to figure out what does the property worth after it's fixed up, and then all I want you to do is offer the seller 30 to 40% off of that price. So for example, okay, let's just say that house is worth $300,000 once it's fixed up. Minus 40%, you're gonna offer the seller $180,000. Now some of you be like, well, Khang, if the property is worth $300,000, why would someone sell to you for $180,000? And I know some of you be like, well, Khang, I don't have $180K. Don't worry. You're not going to buy the property. We're not going to fix the property up. You don't need to come out of pocket with $180,000. Our goal is we want to lock this property on the contract for at least 30 to 60 days. Okay? So don't worry about you having to come out of pocket with $180,000. And once again, some of you be like, well, Khang, if the property is worth $300,000, why would someone willing to sell it at $180,000? Just like if someone go to pawn their stuff. Someone trade in their car, they could have sell it on their own and get more money, but instead they just go to a car dealership and just trade it in because of convenience. And it's not just that, but because maybe the house, that they don't live in the property anymore. That property is maybe it's sitting there. It's been vacant for 4 or 5 years. They're not going to do anything with it. They don't want to mess around with listing the property up. They just want to sell it, get a cash offer, sell it as is, and be done with. Okay? Or maybe they don't live in the States and that property is currently rented out and the renter hasn't paid rent in 6 or 7 months. Basically what we're doing is we're targeting people, right, with a motivation to get rid of the property. If they want to sell the property, they'll list it with an agent. And those are not the type of people we're going for because they want retail. We're going for people who's like, dude, just come and take this off my back, right? It's a burden, right? So we're targeting people that are in a situation where they need and have to sell the property. Once again, a lot of you, whether you think this is possible or impossible, either way, you're right. But only those who think this is possible is the one who's making the money. And I can tell you right now, there are people in your backyard, in your city, wholesaling right now, and are making $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 a month doing this exact same strategy that I'm sharing with you. So whether you be like, yep, Khang, sounds good, dude, I'm going to try it. Or you be like, yep, it's not going to work. If you don't believe it's going to work, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to change your life. You're not going to make the money. That's all it is. Okay, so we're going to offer them 180. Okay, once they accept your offer, I'm going to show you exactly what to do next, okay? So let's just say that you offer the seller 180, seller like, yep. Once again, real estate is a numbers game. Out of that list of 2,000 people that you just pull, there's going to be one seller in there that'll be like, dude, this property has been a burden on me and my family. I want to get rid of it. I don't want to have anything to do with it. It needs a ton of work. It's been vacant for X amount of time. I don't want it to accept your 180. Here's what you're going to do next, okay? Now, first off, I want to say, who here have a problem of finding out, hey, Khang, how do I figure out what the property's worth? Who here has an issue of figuring out what the property's worth? I'm going to have Angeline jump on. Basically, with that exact same software, you can figure out the ARV. You can run comps to find out what that property is worth, okay? And I will show you exactly how to do it, okay? So what are we at? Step number 5. So step number 5 is once the seller accepts your $180,000, okay? You're going to send them what I call a purchase and sell contract for them to sign. Now, we're going to do this completely virtual. So the site that I do is called DocuSign, and once you sign up with them, you get a 30 days free trial, DocuSign.com. That's what we use to send our contract, to send it to them electronically. Seller just open up, they sign it, and then it's go right back to you. Now I'm gonna have Angeline jump on using that exact same software. Dude, this software is truly a one-stop shop, okay? 12 years ago when I started my real estate career, man, I have to download and sign up a bunch of software. I have to get a CRM. I have to find another software to find my motivated seller, another software to do direct mail, another software to skip trace, another software to find cash buyer. I'm gonna show you all of it. Got it? So once the seller accepts your offer, you're gonna use this site called DocuSign.com to send the contract to the seller, okay? Now, a lot of you will be like, well, Khang, how can I don't have the contract. Dude, I'm gonna give you everything that you need. I'm gonna help you out. Here's what you're gonna do, okay? Text me to this number, the word contract, your boy King Khang will hook you up. I'm gonna give you 24 hours. I'm gonna answer all the questions, all right? I'm gonna send every single one of you within the next 24 hours the contract right there, 1-206-208-0676. I've been using that exact same contract, and so is my students, man, for the past like 12 years to make millions. I'm sharing with you all for free. How much is the software? The software is going to cost you about $149 a month. It's a month-to-month. You can cancel anytime you want. If you sign up for if you pay for the whole entire year, it only costs $97 a month. And if you think that is a lot of money, well, dude, then think about the opportunity cost. For not making the investment of $149, you miss out on an opportunity to make $25,000 with the software. So it's really up to you, okay? So I'm going to have Angeline jump on, and she's going to show you how to pull comps. Okay, let me text Angeline. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have Angeline jump back on. She's going to show you the software again. And then she's going to show you now, how do we run comps? For those of you who be like, hey, Khang, how do I figure out what that property's worth so I can actually make the offer? Whew, okay. REI, so worth it. I mean, a lot of you need to understand that when you're in the game and you're trying to make bigger money. Okay, she's going to jump back on right now. The software is a game changer. For those of you who understand how powerful this software is and has used it and gotten results, dude, it is truly a game changer. Like, I wish I would have had the software 12 years ago when I started. Would have made life so much easier. Angeline, welcome back.
Hi, Khang.
Okay, Angeline, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull up that software, Angeline, and we're going to show them how to figure out what that property's worth. So we need to run comps on that particular property.
Okay.
So let me ask you, okay, who here has a property that they're looking at that they're trying to figure out what that property's worth? Comment in that property address, and then we'll try to pull it. If not, then we're going to go ahead and use, then we're going to go to, let's just go to back to Antonio, Texas, Angeline. And then we just need to figure out a property that we can run comps on.
Okay.
Yeah, or maybe if there's a property that's in our pipeline that we can run comps on.
Let's see, okay. It's just this one.
Okay, so Angeline's going to use this one. This one is Everson, Washington. All right. Oh, wait, hold on. Angeline, we got one. 601 Headland Avenue. Can you read that on the screen?
Okay, hold on.
Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and run comps on that.
601 Headland Ave.
Okay, Alabama.
60. Okay. So all you need to do is just go to dashboard and then type here the property address 601, and it will just pop up Headland.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
It's right there in the system.
Yeah, it populates automatically. Okay. And yeah, this is the estimate.
So in here, it also tells you everything about the property. Can we go down a little bit, Angeline?
Yeah, so this is the owners or the
Yep.
sellers
Yep. It has the
information.
mailing address. Hold on a second, Angeline. You want to go up? As you guys can see, that's their mailing address, which is different from this address, which means that this property is either a rental or it's vacant. So they don't live in this property, but right there it shows you that's their mailing address. So when you mail them a letter or a postcard, you need to mail it to that address that's on there, not to this property. That's okay. Go down a little bit, Angeline. What else did they say
Okay.
about the property?
Property details or insights. So
Yep.
can get they will know what home type is this. This is an
Okay.
apartment and it was built 1986.
It
The
tells you
total
everything
square.
about the property. Okay, you want to go down?
Yep.
Let's see what else do we see
Here.
on here. Okay,
The
right there,
evaluation
estimated. So estimated the market value amount is
105,
okay.
105,000.
Okay, it estimates that it's 105,000. And then what is the tax assessed value? It also shows you the tax assessed value of how much?
25,000.
Okay, it shows you the tax assessed value is 25,000. Okay, so the question is, what is the seller asking? Okay. Now let's go ahead and see what would you estimate this property to be worth, Angeline?
Okay, hold on. So how many? We'll just see first. If how many beds in this? Three, four, one. Okay, let's go to comps. So all you need to do is to click this comparables here.
Damn, it's all right
Yeah,
there.
and we'll see. Oh, okay. We only got one.
Okay, only one that comes up that is similar to that property.
Right.
Oh, how
So,
much is it?
um, the
Why
after.
lost that? The seller asked for 1.9 million, dude. If the seller asked for 1.9 million, it's not a deal. I won't even waste
Right.
time on it. What did it say? The other property is, Angeline.
It's just 189, the market
Okay.
value.
Okay, so there is a property that it said market value is 189K. Got it. And then on the assessment, it's estimated to be 105. Now, that property right there, Angeline, does have similar bedroom and bathrooms to ours?
Okay, let's just check here. The square footage, it's 4,000,
Okay.
which
And
is
ours is bigger?
quite bigger.
Okay.
And it just built same. It didn't says here, maybe because it is apartment, so they could not
Oh,
tell. Yeah, but we can check because there is a link if you wanted to search it through
yep.
Google. So you can just click here and see if how many. It's this one. It was just sold for 152 for
Wait,
this for
wait. Hold on a second, Angeline. So you mentioned it's just sold for how much?
152 and the
It's
seller
just
is
sold for
asking a
150.
million.
Yeah, so it just sold for 152.
Right.
Okay. So that's what we're gonna use as the comps. Okay, Angeline, I'm gonna let you go again, and then I'll bring you back on later. Okay.
Okay, sure.
All right. All right. So we just literally took that property, White Lock or whoever it is, just punch it in. Okay. The ARV is gonna be around 152. The seller asked for 1.9 million, bro. Dude, like there's a property that's just sold for 152. So it's obviously not a deal if they're asking for 1.9 million, man. I wouldn't even bother. Okay, but 152,000. So what we're gonna do is, I mean, if this is an apartment, if this is an apartment, it's going to be a little bit different. But if it's a single family home, we're just going to take 152 minus 40%. So I would have called the seller up and I would have offered the seller $91,000 on this property. Okay, I would offer the seller $91K. That's what I would do. Okay. So now that we got the purchase and sale agreement signed, now that you guys know how to find the ARV, literally that software, it show you comps. Click on comps, it'll show you exactly everything that is sold, right, within the last whatever 6 month, a year. How typically I only go about 6 months out, and you can go like within half a mile or a mile radius or whatever it is. But typically to find ARV of the property, I would go 6 months out, right? Everything that's sold within the last 6 months and everything within half a mile radius of that property. And you just need to find similar property that are sold, and then you're going to figure out what the ARV is. Okay? It'll tell you. It's literally just a click of a button. So now we make offer. Here is step number 6. Okay? So let me show you number 6, what we're going to do. Okay? Number 5, we send DocuSign. So step number 6 is once you get the seller to accept that offer, we're going to go back. Okay? Here's step number 6, man. Okay, number 6 is the EMD. Okay, so after you spent the $149 on the software, you pull the list, you just spent another $350. You got $50 left, and that is going to be your earnest money deposit to the seller. So let's just say the seller accepts your $180,000. Okay, you make an offer, that $180K, seller accept your $180,000 offer. You're going to spend the remaining $50, all right, as an earnest money deposit to secure that contract. Okay? That's all it's going to take you, man. $50. That's your EMD to secure that contract. That's step number 6. Here is step number 7. I'm giving you guys the blueprint. It's really up to you what you want to do with it, okay? For those of you who takes action on this, it's going to change your life. And for those of you who just sitting there contemplating and like, oh my gosh, and just rather and watch but not do, nothing is going to change. Okay, so now that we get that property in the contract, and you want to lock it up for at least 30 to 60 days, okay? Because we're going to use this time period to find ourselves a buyer. So here's some ways to find the buyer, okay? So step number 7 is you can market that thing on Facebook. You can market that property on Facebook Marketplace. So you got it under contract for $180. Now we want to make $25,000 on it. So we take 180. Man, I'm so bad with math. I have to use a calculator. So we're going to market that property for $205,000. So you're going to market that property on Facebook Marketplace for $205,000. You're going to try to find a buyer that's good, that wants to buy, fix, and flip that property, and are willing to pay you $25,000 more. They're willing to pay $205,000 for that property. Now, that's one way to do it is Facebook Marketplace. To find the buyer, I'm going to show you another way that we do it, which is leveraging that software. And you can literally go in any city, any state, any zip code, and we're going to pull up the buyer. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. So I'm going to bring Angeline back on again, and she's going to show you just with a few clicks how many buyers we can find. Okay. Jump back on. Okay, I'm going to have Angeline jump back on again. Could we also do 5 Elm Street, Birmingham? Okay, you want me to, okay, so you mean find a buyer? Okay, so we're going to type in that address, and we're going to see how many buyers pop up in that address. Okay, Whitelock, man, sorry I mispronounced your name. I'm going to have Angeline jump back on. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to find a buyer. Angeline, welcome back again.
Hey.
So Angeline, we got the address right here. And right now what we're going to do is we're going to find the buyer in that area. Let's see how many buyers we got.
Okay, 536. Let's
wait.
go.
Go ahead and bring the software back up again here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. There it is. So walk us through it, Angeline.
Okay, let's go back to dashboard and go again to lead pipes.
Yep.
And then property leads.
Yep.
Okay, let's type in the address.
Okay, let's see how many buyers we got.
Okay, that's 536 Elm Street.
Birmingham,
Okay.
Alabama. Birmingham, Alabama is a good market. I actually have a couple of
536.
buddy investors that's in Birmingham, Alabama, and that are just crushing it. Like they do a lot of deals there.
All right. This is the right address, right?
Let me see here. 536. Yep. Seems like it. Yep.
Okay. Okay, let's just go back. Sorry.
No worries, Angeline. You want to click
536
on, yep, you want to click on cash buyer.
Elm Street.
Yep.
Okay.
And then click on cash buyer.
Oh wait.
Yep.
I think we'll just go to Birmingham because it will pop up the just automatic if we were going to click the address.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I see what you're doing. Yep.
Okay.
And then you want to check cash buyer right there, Angeline. Yep. Just click on cash buyer. Okay.
Let's just search this one.
Still searching.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry.
We're faster than our internet.
Okay. We will just go to zip code. Let's just do that.
Okay.
35228. 35228. Okay. And then cash buyers.
Yep.
Okay.
There it is.
We got 1700.
Okay. So right there, whoever it is, okay, who just gave me the address, White Lock, right there. You got 1,700 cash buyer that you can reach out to sell this property. Like everything is right there on the software. All right, Angeline, I'm going to let you go, okay?
Okay.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me let Angeline go. So right there, man, literally all you need to do is punch in the zip code. You got 1,700 cash buyer within that area, man. What software can literally give you 1,700 cash buyer at your fingertips? So a lot of you be like, hey, Khang, I'm afraid that once I get a property in a contract, I don't know where to find my buyers. Right there, baby. So this software, like there's so many other stuff to the software that we haven't even covered. Like you can also download. So once you sign up, you can also have your own CRM. For those of you who don't know what a CRM is, you can keep track of your seller leads, your cash buyer leads. You can set like follow up. It's basically like your on-demand to-go notebook. So that way you're not writing all the leads on a notepad. Like it keeps everything organized. So once you sign up, you open up, everything is just right there for you. Okay. So we pull the lead, we skip trace the list, we found the owner phone number, we call them up, we make them a lowball offer, and then once they accept, you can market the deal, Facebook Marketplace, or once again, go back into the software, punch in that address or punch in that zip code, get 1,700 cash buyer. Basically, these are buyers that just recently purchased some property in that area. Call them up, and all you need to do is you just need to sell them the deal. Just say, hey, I saw you, and it will tell you the cash buyer that you pull up, it will show you what property that they just bought. And you'll be like, hey, I've noticed that you just bought the property at 123 Main Street. I got another one at 234 Main Street. Hey, I want to know if you're interested in, but taking a look at it. But the asking price right now is $205,000. It's an off-market deal. Just want to know if you're interested. Bam. Once they accept, once they like, yep, I like that property. Here's the next thing that you're gonna do. Okay. So now that we found a buyer, I'm going to show you step number 8. Okay. Oh, wait. Yep. Market. The step number 8 is obviously okay. Step number 8. Can you do all of this inside the software? Mel, that is absolutely correct, dude. This is your one-stop shop. Like you don't have to get off of the software. You don't have to go anywhere else. So Mel, when I started my real estate career about 12 years ago, man, I have to download like 5, 6 different software. And you know how much it cost me per month? Almost over $1,000 to manage all these software. I literally have to go from one screen to another screen to another screen to another screen. And I, at that moment, man, and I'm not a high-tech guy. I'm not a high-tech guy. So I was like, dude, like it's like I was so frustrated. And I was like, man, I wish there was a software that actually does this. And dude, here it is right now. Like life would have been so much easier, okay? If you just have a software that every day you open up and everything is just right there for you. You don't have to go anywhere else. So step number 8, oh my gosh. We're running out of time. Step number 8 is finding the buyer, which means I already show you how to find the buyer. But now that you found the buyer, so you got under contract for 180, what was it? What did we say, 185? Was it 185? Oh my gosh, what was it? 205 minus 205 minus 25, 180, I'm sorry. So we got under contract for 180. Now we found a buyer that's willing to buy it, a house flipper that wants to buy for 205. So what you're going to have the buyer sign is they have to sign what's called an assignment contract. So it's not a purchase and sell contract. It's a different contract. Okay? So the assignment contract, which means they are going to step into your shoes and they're going to move forward to buy this property from the seller. Make sense? And that's the reason why you don't need to come out of pocket with $180,000. You just need to come out with the pocket with that $50, okay, for that EMD, which is your earnest money deposit, to secure the contract. And that contract gives you equitable interest, which means now you can market that contract and try to sell for more. So the buyer's going to sign an assignment contract. Here's step number 9. We're almost done. Man, wholesaling is not, it's not complicated. It's very, very simple. It's not rocket science. Anybody can do this, okay? Like once again, the knowledge is free. Everything I share with you here, but the hustle, the action is going to be up to you. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to send both contract to a local title company. You can Google local title company. When you call them up, just make sure, hey, you guys do assignment, right? Make sure that they are investor-friendly title company. So ask them, you know, do you guys do assignment? Do you guys do double closing? And when you say that, they should understand. A title company, and all you need to do is you take both contract, you send it to this title company, which means they will get the purchase and sale agreement. You also send your EMD, your earnest money deposit of that $50 into that title company as well. And they will do the rest of the work. That assignment contract also go to that title company. They'll do the rest of the work and they'll get you paid. Now, let me show you exactly how it all goes down at the time of closing. Here's how you get paid. Okay, check this out. Once again, if this video helps you out and you're like, Khang, dude, there's so much information in here. I love it. Then boom, smash that thumbs up. And if you're new to the family, be sure to boom, smash that subscribe button, man. I remember when I started my real estate career 12 years ago, you know that I had to pay $7,000 to go to a 3-day seminar, and they don't even tell you all of this. Like, I was like, what am I supposed to do? And all they tell me to do is cold call Craigslist. Like, this information right here was like, they charged me $7K and didn't even give me the information that I just gave you. All they did was like, hey, call Craigslist. And I was calling. And eventually, dude, I called the whole entire 50 states and still no deal. Didn't know what I was doing, okay? So here's how it's going to work, okay? So you got a title company up here, okay? Here is obviously the house that you got under contract for $180,000. Here's the seller, okay? They're happy, excited. They're ready to go, man. Okay, and over here, you got obviously your happy cash buyer. He's ready to make some dough. Okay, here's your buyer. Okay, and obviously here's you guys. And then here's you, okay? You're about to get paid, baby. So that smile, dude, it's going off the face. Here's how it's going to work. So at the time of closing, the title company is going to reach out to your buyer, okay? It's going to reach out to your buyer, okay? Your buyer's going to buy the property, once again, for $205,000. So the title company is going to reach out to the buyer and say, hey, John. So let's just say the buyer is John. Hey, John, we're ready to close. you need to bring in $205,000. Buyer's going to bring in that $205K to the title company. Out of that, typically they wired in, right? Typically they're wired in. Out of that 205, $180,000 is going to go to the seller, right? The seller, whether they want to get a cashier check or they want it to wire to their account, title company is going to wire to them for that 180K, and the remaining 25K, baby. That is the difference between the 180 and the 205. That goes to you. And you can choose how you want to receive the cash. Wire transfer, or they can just give you a cashier check. A cashier check is just like cash. Okay? It's just like cash. It's not a check. A personal check or a business check can be void, can be canceled within 7 days. But a cashier check, man, dude, that's like I'm handing you cash. So you're good to go. Okay? That's it. And that's how it all goes down. Bam. You guys like that? Once again, now, for those of you who be like, hey, Khang, dude, I've been following you for a while now. I want to get into wholesaling. You know, I really want to change my life. I really want to start making more money. I want to be able to quit my JO to B, build my own wholesaling business. And I want to start making 20, 25K a month, whatever that number is for you. And if you're ready, if you want to work with me, my team, to help take your life, your game, your business to the next level, and you're like, Khang, I need that extra help, that extra guidance, that extra mentorship, just go to coachwithkhang.com, book a call with my team, man. Love to have you a part of my Wholesale to Million Academy. My last student, his name is Perry. I did an interview with him. Guess how much he made, man, on his first deal after 3 months of working with us? $83,000. Now he quit his JO to B, don't have a job anymore. Dude, he's now wholesaling full time. Could you imagine? $83,000 just within 3 months. And what's crazy is that how he found me online was his wife, the one who sent a video of me to him and saying, hey, he should look into this. And he'd been following me for a while, and he's just like, hey, Khang, I just had enough. I'm ready to pull the trigger. Do you need to create an LLC first? No, you don't. You can put everything under contract, man, under your personal name. So you don't need to create an LLC. I mean, if you have the money, I would, right? If you can spend $250 or $500 and not have it hurt your bank account, then yes, I would. I mean, I would create an LLC, but if you don't have it, you can just put all the contract under your personal name and it's completely fine. I did it when I first started out. So don't overthink and don't overcomplicate, okay? Awesome, I do cybersecurity, but this makes a lot of sense. Mel, if you do cybersecurity, you know, I tell people all the time, so what you need to do is, you know, you can still keep your JO to B because that's what's going to pay the bills, right? That's what's going to pay your bills right now. And all you really, really need to do, Mel and whoever it is, Brenda, whoever it is watching this, imagine if you just put out 2 hours, just let's just say 2 hours a day. Can you do that? I'm asking every single one of you, can you put out 2 hours a day to build your own business and make an extra? So let's just say that we're going to take you 3 months to do a deal just because you're doing it part-time. Imagine if you just do it part-time and then 3 months later, you make 25K. Is it worth it? And if you just do that every 3 months, man, there's 4 quarters in a year, which is 4 times a year, 3 months times 4. Dude, you just made an extra $100,000 just by wholesaling on the side. So whatever you're currently making here, right, this will pay for your lifestyle, your current lifestyle. And then anything you make here, my friend, guess what you can do with it? This extra income, you can now start buying property, dude. You can start building start building up some real estate for the long term for your retirement. All you need to do is just bring in some extra income. Like, you don't have to do this full time. Some of my students, they started out doing this part time. I would say majority of them start out doing this part time. Just put out 2-3 hours a day. Just go through exactly what I just showed you already. And just consistent. It's consistency and the commitment that's going to change your life. Some of you, dude, you're just not hungry enough. You're in a spot where you're like, oh, I'm comfortable. And you try to make more money. And then you end up, oh, man, it's so hard. It's too hard. Because it's take commitment, it's take consistency. You got to do this day in and day out. And for me, it's like, I look at this like, dude, if you're willing to spend 8 hours of your life, imagine this, if you're willing to spend 8 hours of your life making someone else's rich, building someone else's business, someone else's company, someone else's empire. But why would you say, hey, Khang, dude, it's too hard to put out 2 hours a day on your own business, on your own empire, building your own legacy? I mean, it's the only way that you're going to become financially free, my friend. You're not going to become financially free by working at a job. You need to find a way to increase your income, and hopefully one day the wholesaling business, that side hustle, will make more than your job, and then you can quit. And now you can start taking control of your own life, your own schedule, and your own destiny. It's the only way. And once you know how to do it, you can teach your friends, you can teach your family how to do it. Start charging them. Because when people don't have skin in the game, most people are just not willing to stick with it and commit and do it. Like I tell people all the time, I don't know if you guys watch or listen to like Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas, if you haven't checked the cat out, dude, go listen to him, man. Cat is the beast. And he said the only way that you will succeed is you got to want success as bad as you want to breathe. So a lot of times when I decided to start something, just because from my past experience of all the business that I have done, dude, when I get into something, doing something, like for example, like my fitness journey, I'm now into like my fitness journey. Like I knew it's going to take time. I knew I had to make sacrifice. I knew it was going to be hard. Like I just know it. Like I did not expect it to happen overnight. I did not expect it to be easy. So I like to say, dude, if you're into that fitness thing, man, you got to want the body more than the cheeseburger. I don't even eat cheeseburger, but you get what I'm saying. Like you gotta want that physique more than the cheeseburger. Like that's the only way you will be able to build the body that you want. So which means, dude, if you want to succeed, if you want success, if you want to live the life, like one day you want to be able to wake up whenever you want, do whatever you want, make as much as you want, live wherever you want, buy whatever car you want, work with whoever the F that you want. Which means you got to want success more than the vacation trip that you probably can't afford. You got to want that vacation success more than the party, more than the clubbing, more than the BBQ, more than that birthday party, more than the Netflix and chill, man. Does that make sense? Like it's the only way that you will succeed is you got to want this more than everything else. And it got to be worth way more. So for example, I'm like, dude, I'm 60 days into my fitness journey. So, if you want the ab, you want the six pack, the only way is you got to lose body fat. And to lose body fat, you got to eat clean. You got to eat healthy. So when Lon and I was on vacation, Lon and I, dude, we used to go out to eat 3 to 4 times a day. But this time, I'm committed. So when we go out, I choose and pick what I can and what I cannot eat. I'm willing to make that sacrifice. I'm just willing. Like, dude, I love to eat the whole pho. Typically, I'll eat the whole bowl of pho. I'll also get the rice with me. I get the soy sauce, dude, everything. But I'm at the point in my life, dude, I want the physique more than the pho. Which this, bro, I can eat this 7 days a week. But that's how bad I want it. And for those of you, if you follow me on Instagram, man, I post a picture. I want to be shredded. So 60 days in, 140 some pound, man. Bro. 140 pound. Like I want to look shred. So for me, dude, all these food, when I look at it, it means nothing to me at this point of my life. It means nothing to me. Like, because this is what I want. Dude, I want that body. So I would say no to every single one of them. And I don't feel bad saying no to it. I feel great. I go to the gym, dude, 7 days a week. 7 days a week. And I'm just consistent. Every single day, dude, I go there. I put in between an hour to an hour and a half. Every day. And I love the gym. I fell in love with going to the gym. Stu, bro. I can't even lift up my shirt right now. But you guys can go check it out. But anyways, like, I hope that makes sense for some of you. Like, if you're going at this, like when I went and decided to get into my fitness once again, like, I knew it was going to be hard. Like, I knew it was going to take time because of my past experience with all the business that I have done. Like, I just knew it wasn't going to come easy. But majority of the people who fail is because they go into business, okay? They thinking that, oh, they can go from $0 to $1 million within a year. They can get rich within 6 months or within a year. And all of a sudden, 6 months in, they haven't even, maybe they now know how to wholesale, but they haven't done their first deal and they get discouraged after 3 months. But if they realize that, dude, it took me 10 years, man, to really be where I am today with my business. So now when you're 6 months in, you realize that, dude, Khang took 10 years. You'll be like, hey, you know what? I need to be more patient. So what happened, here's how you need to think of this, okay? You need to be patient on your long-term goal. Okay, you need to be patient on your long-term goal, but you need to be impatient in your action today. Like, like you're running out of time. So which means you got to take action today, massive action, but be patient on those actions. All the text message that you sent out, all the direct mail, the postcard, the letter that you sent out, just know that you're just planting the seed. And one day, dude, the seller will call you and you will get a harvest. So be impatient with your action today because you don't have time. But be patient on your long-term goal. Make sense? Like, dude, every day, like, I go to the gym now, I look at my body, like, it doesn't change much, but I know it's changing. But physically, you can't see it because it's tiny. It's increment. It's very, very tiny. But I know that, dude, some of these guys, man, for them to get that physique, it take them 3 years. I'm only 60 days in. Why am I rushing? Khang crushing the tricep, dude, bro. Bro. Anyways, like, I hope all of this will help you guys out. And that's why I share with you, because I need you to understand that all of this did not happen to me overnight. It did not happen within a year. Like, my first year, let me share with you guys my first few years so you can understand, okay? Because once when I got in, I was kind of rushed. I kind of rushed too. But then I start to watch. Because when I start to watch these guys, and they're like, dude, it took me 2 years, 3 years, a year to build this physique. And then I realized, oh man, okay. So my first 6 months, I did no deal. I was just learning, educating, right? And then after 6 months, that's when I hire my mentor. I pay him a boatload of money, hire my mentor. And then after I hire my mentor, man, everything just started to take off. That's when I closed my first deal. So actually my first year, I did one deal, and I started out fix and flip. And after my second year, dude, I went from I did like 3 to 4 flip. I started out fix and flip. And then 4.5 years in, I almost went bankrupt. I almost lost everything. And then I start back again, almost lost everything. And then that's when I discovered wholesaling. And then things started to take off for me. Because, dude, because when I did the whole fix and flip, I already know what rehab costs. I already know where all my buyer is because I was networking with all these house flipper and landlord, right? I already know how to find deals. Like, I already know how to that. Like, that 4.5 years have gave me a lot of experience and gave me a lot of knowledge. So when I go into wholesaling, once I put a prop in a contract, instead of, me buying it, I just need to find someone else and just wholesale it. And then things didn't really start to take off for me until after I would say like a year and a half to 2 years into wholesaling. That's when I start to make a good amount of money. I think that's when I start to make like 50K a month plus. I can't remember exactly, but roughly. So I need you guys to understand that it takes time, okay? That's what I'm saying. Khang, with King Data software and info like this, would you say if you follow your few steps, it wouldn't take 6 months like your first year? Correct. Because my first 6 months, bro, before that, you got to understand, I started my real estate career 12 years ago, and social media wasn't like it is today. The only thing that was popping was like Facebook. But I was, but really nobody really teaching and nobody really giving a lot of information. Everybody was just selling you to their seminar, pretty much. Like they just gave you enough for you to like buy the ticket to the seminar, which I did. Pay 7 G's. But yes, I believe that if you follow the exact step that I just shared with you and be consistent, let's just say that worst case, if you don't close a deal in 30 days, worst case, let's just say it takes you 3 months and you make 25K. Are you okay with that? And all you're doing is you're just doing this part-time. My question to you is, are you cool with that? Are you cool with, hey, I didn't get anything the first 30 days. I didn't get anything 60 days. But all of a sudden, 90 days later, a month, 3 months later, you close a deal that you made $25,000. And all you did was spend 2 hours a day working on this. Are you okay with that? Are you happy with that? Like, I don't know about you, dude. When I was making $30,000 a year, and if someone can tell me that I can go home and do this part-time and just make 25K every 3 months, bro, right? The 30K could continue for my lifestyle. Dude, I'll be able to stack away $100,000 in my bank. Bro, I'll be like, dude, let's go, baby. So 25,000. So let's just say if you do it 3 months, $149, right, for the software times 3. What is that? Let's go ahead and do the math really quick, and then we're going to wrap this up. I got to go. 149 times 3. So you just now spent $447 on the software, okay? And then let's just say you